Hi, welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Today I wanted to share with you a few things that might be good for a Christmas stocking for your favorite cook, or if you have a gift to give to a neighbor or teacher, you could put a couple of these little ideas together in a gift bag and it would be a great gift for someone that loves to cook. Some of these things I've actually shown you before in my favorite tools and gadgets. I've done a couple of those, but some of them are still really good that would be great as gifts. So the first thing I want to show you is just a plain pizza cutter. Now, obviously this is used for pizza cutting, but you can also use this to cut French toast, pancakes. You can, if you're making monkey bread and you have biscuits, canned biscuits, that you need to cut into quarters, you can lay them all on a cutting board and just slice them all at one time, and it makes it a lot faster. So this is a great little gift. Another thing are these spice measuring spoons. These are fairly thin and usually go through the top of any spice jar. And sometimes your measuring spoons are a little fat and they won't fit. This way it's easier because you can dip in it instead of sprinkling it on the measuring spoon, and most of the time that usually makes a mess. So another thing are odd size measuring cups and spoons. A lot of times these come in sets, but you can also usually find these separate like this, so you don't have to buy the whole set. Most of the things I'm showing you, you can find at Walmart, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Linens and things. All these places have great little areas for gadgets, and they're relatively inexpensive. So anyway, another thing, of course, is just kitchen shears. There are a lot of uses for these. Cutting your meats, you can cut your children's food, pizza, a lot of things with kitchen shears. This is just a basic that most kitchens should have. Another thing that's handy is a meat thermometer. I use this all the time on the grill, and when I have like tenderloin or anything like that and it needs to come to a specific temperature, this is what I use to make sure. Another little thing that I really enjoy, I keep by my stove, is a cake tester. Now, you can obviously use this or use a toothpick or a skewer to stick in a cake or a baked good to make sure that it's done and not moist in the middle. But this is what I like to use, and it's just handy. I just keep it by the stove. It's always there and I know where it is. I've already told you about the use for ice cream scoops. Obviously, they're for ice cream, but I also use them for cookies and for muffin batter and also for cupcake batter. So that's a good and handy one. Something else is an egg slicer. This is a real handy little device that you can use for slicing eggs. And a lot of times when I will make egg salad, I will put the egg in and I slice it one way, then I flip the egg and slice it the other, and it's already cut up. You don't have to use a knife or anything, and it's in uniform little squares. You can also use this for mushrooms and strawberries. So that's real handy. Probably everybody might have these, but these are tongs, and I use these all the time. They're for sauteing, on the grill, just everything. These are just a great little thing to have in your kitchen. A carrot peeler, vegetable peeler. This is another thing that comes in really handy. I use almost every single day for making salads and peeling potatoes, things like that. Fruit, really handy. And I know I've shown this before, it's a little whisk. I reach for this little whisk more than I use any other whisk that I have, and I have a lot of different sizes. This is just something that, to me, is indispensable. I love this thing. Something else, pastry brush. You can use this for, of course, using, dusting off flour. I use it for barbecue sauce. We use it like if I'm going to make a piece of meat that needs to have olive oil or cooking oil on it. I use it to spread on that. So this is another thing that's very, very handy in the kitchen. A garlic press. I'm sure a lot of y'all have these already, but this is really nice if you're making a salad dressing or you need to crush garlic instead of just chopping it. This comes in very handy for that. And on those same lines, this is a garlic peeler. If you just want to peel your garlic because you are actually going to cut it instead of crush it, this is good. You take your garlic clove, you put it in the middle of this, and then what you do is you just rub it real hard, and the skin comes off of the garlic. It's a lot easier than getting skin off garlic any other way. I like this little thing. Now, my last thing to show you is this little device. Now, this hooks onto the side of the pan. I'm going to show you what it does. You put it on the side of the pan like that, and it holds your spoon. If you're making soup, stew, spaghetti sauce, anything, chili, this is what that does, and it keeps your spoon right there for stirring, and it comes in very handy. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I've given you some ideas in case you need to buy something for a neighbor, a teacher, or just to put in somebody's Christmas stocking.